All right. The rivalry is on. Man United is playing a team known as Liverpool today. And the two managers for these two respective teams that are set to obviously face off one another are really ready. And the starting 11s have been named. And we are gladdened to present to you who United has gone ahead to obviously flaunt and who Liverpool has gone ahead to flaunt. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David being my name, and hope you guys are really having the best of the best in here onto the United Matters channel. So I've already gone ahead to put out what we call the live chat, so you can as well go there and obviously do the needful and really put in your prediction. I'll be hugely waiting to hear what your thoughts are about this game. You can vote for a United win, a Liverpool win, or a draw in this particular fixture. So the manager of Manchester United has named Lamens, Dalot, Delite, Maguire, Mason Mount, Bruno Fernandes, Matthias Cunha, Amadi Diallo, Casemiro, Mbeumo, and Luke Shaw. Then the substitutes are Tilbeyinder, Patrick Dogu, Aiden Heaven, Mazarawi, Lenny Yoro, Kobe Mainoo, Ugarte, Benjamin Sesko, and Zekze. Good news is that Mazarawi has gone ahead to obviously make it onto the bench of Manchester United, meaning that he has obviously gone ahead to fully recover. Now we wait for Lisandro Martinez to come up. For Liverpool, Mamadashvili, Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Kokes, Sobasilai, Isak, McAllister, Mohamed Salah, Bradley, Gakpo, and Gravenberch. The bench has Woodman, Gomez, Witz, Federico Chiesa, Jones, Ektike, Robertson, Frimpong, and Ngumoha, So that is the squad that the manager has gone ahead obviously named, obviously coming through and face a team known as Liverpool. Now, let's obviously get into what we call the systems that these two managers have gone ahead to deploy in there. So, the starting 11 comes in. United, the system is 3-4-2. 3-4-2 is the system, and if 3-4-2 is the system, then we are having Seny Lamens in goal. 1. Matthias Delite is playing on the right side of the three-man central defense. Luke Shaw is playing on the left side of the three-man central defense. Harry Maguire playing at the center of the three-man central defense. And Harry Maguire playing that position really sends a message that United are going to be playing a high line. Sorry, a low block, not a high line. They're going to be playing a low block because according to how fast the side of Liverpool is, there is no way you can obviously play high line when Harry Maguire is into that defense and is playing at the center of the three-man central defense, as he has to be the fastest of all these players that can really track back. You understand? So we wait and see whether it's going to be a high line or a low block from the club of Manchester United. Then Amadi Diallo, right wing back. The manager surprised me in here and is like, I'm going for Amadi Diallo to obviously do the needful. Remember, here at Anfield, he is one of those players that really plays very well. And even at Old Trafford, in one of those games, we beat them in what we call the FA Cup. I think the game ended 4-3, 5-3, something of the sort. Ahmad came up and really scored a very beautiful goal that really gave United the win when he connected well with Alejandro Garnacho. You remember that last FA Cup that we won when Erik ten Hag was still the manager of Manchester United? So Dalot, left wing back, meaning that Patrick Dogu has obviously gone ahead to be put on the bench, and those are good. It's really a very good prayer for a player, for a fan who follows this channel known as Nachitende in there. She was really very, very much against Patrick Dogu starting, yet in my probable starting 11, I had a Dogu in there for you. And now he's out. Dallo comes in through to play into that particular position. Last time Dallo played there, he really had an assist onto him. Then Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro in the double pivot, as expected. Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, one is playing as a left number 10 and the other one is playing as a right number 10, and Mason Mount is leading the line for the side of Manchester United. That's how United is looking. Now, when you look at that 11, it obviously sends you a message that the manager wants to really use Cunha and Mbeumo's pace to obviously threaten the side of Liverpool. You understand? Why? Because I can guarantee you that not playing Benjamin Sesko into the starting 11 shows you that Mason Mount is obviously going to be really dropping a little bit deep in here. And you'll see Matthias Cunha most of the times, the main man really making those runs into that space that is supposed to be seeing a number 9 of Manchester United playing in it. You understand? So, I really know that we needed a Benjamin Sesko in here for you, but the manager is really playing and respecting Liverpool, because at Anfield, you know exactly what they can do. You know, you don't need any further explanation to really know what Liverpool can do. Liverpool can do everything at its reach, you know, and they really have a lot of arsenals. They really have a lot of weapons in their arsenal, and when you look at their bench, it's really very rich, and it can really try to come up and obviously change the game. So it looks like the manager wants to match them in as far as making those huge substitutions are really concerned in here. So that's all about a side known as Manchester United taking on Liverpool. But we also have a very good bench, because if you're really having Zexi, Patrick Dogu, Benjamin Sesko, Kobe Mainoo, and very many others, you really have players that can come off and obviously change this game for you. And it might end in your favor if all really goes on well as planned. Then let's go to Liverpool and see how the manager has gone ahead to name his starting 11 in here. I'm talking about the manager of Liverpool, and he has gone in for a system of 4-2-3-1. That's the system that he has chosen to play in here, with Mamadashvili in goal, Bradley right back, Kokezi left back, Konate right-sided centre-back, and Virgil van Dijk left-sided centre-back. Ryan Gravenberch returns, and McAllister in the double pivot, Mohamed Salah right attack midfielder, Cody Gakpo left attack midfielder, and he has this time round played Szoboszlai in his best position as a number 10, and Alexander Isak, you know, coming in through to obviously lead the line for the side of Liverpool. Now, if that front four of Liverpool has a very good day against Manchester United, we might concede many, as I tell you, they are really good on the ball, and if things go their way, they are obviously going to cause havoc to the side of Manchester United. It's going to be a hard time for the club of Manchester United in everything they're supposed to be doing, because that side is obviously going to be very electric in there. And their bench is to a scarecrow to Manchester United, because it is really having some huge talent of it. Good thing is that these are really rivalries, you know, and in games like these, you cannot come out and really predict who will obviously win. That is the funny bit of it all. You know, this game can turn out and you can find Man United all over Liverpool and winning. You understand? That is how these games are really unpredictable. And that's what turns them to be one of those big games that you are really hard to predict. But I told you my prediction. I see Man United getting a draw as the best in here. You understand? But if It's not a draw for Man United. I see a win for the side of Liverpool. Nachit and Esther says Maguire ahead of Lenny Yoro. All right, why don't we have a striker? It's the manager here. I'll go ahead and make that decision. Now, Maguire has spoken to Sky Sports, and this is what he was going to tell Sky Sports. Harry Maguire. It's been a difficult place to come in recent years. Last year was a positive performance. Positive performance. We deserve to win a game on the day. I had a great chance to win it. I still tell myself that it was offside, to be honest, but it's a big occasion. That's what you want when you play for this club. We are looking forward to it. When you play for this club, every game is an opportunity to perform in front of the world. Everyone is watching, everyone is analyzing, and you have to enjoy these moments. It's a tough place to come from. We are ready to prepare. We have to help Lamens throughout it. We have to limit the shots that he has to save, especially as a defender. He's a calm lad. He says that Lamens is a calm lad and good with his hands and feet. I see that day in out in training. He's going to be a brilliant goalkeeper for this club, but we have to remember he's a young boy. It's his first game at Anfield. I'm sure he's going to feel the nerves and the pressure, but I'm sure he will deal with it very well. That's what Harry Maguire has gone ahead to say about this beautiful fixture of Manchester United playing against Liverpool in there. So that's what we have right now. On not playing a striker, obviously, I've already gone to explain that the manager thinks he thinks that in a game like this, maybe Benjamin Sesko will obviously be very helpful if at all he comes off the bench. And I don't buy the idea because we have a striker and we bought him in to start. And these are kind of games where you need to obviously come in through and really pin the likes of Virgil van Dijk and bully them because we know he's really good at that. Now, why do we come up here and obviously not use the goalkeeper that we've gone ahead to obviously buy? You understand? So, the striker that went ahead and really bought. So, I'm also asking myself why not start a striker in this game, but we wait and see how his team will obviously perform. Eric Ochan, my biggest mistake in that squad. Harry Maguire and Dalot, most especially Maguire, is slow. By the way, for whoever has an agenda on Diego Dalot, I think you're wrong. Tell me a game where he plays badly. You know, people just come out and really use him as a scapegoat. But he has been one of the most consistent players since the season of 2022-2023. And he has gone ahead to put in a very huge shift as a player, and he has turned around lots of things at the club of Manchester United. Now, for you people to come up at him and obviously throw in those tantrums at the player, I don't really find it valid. Why? He has really performed very well. He really does the needful. He really puts in the shift, and I don't know why people are really coming at him like that. So, as it stands, I want to let you know that the side of Dalot, for me, he deserves to be in every starting 11 of the club of Manchester United. Why? His composure, his work rate, he runs, you know. He makes those runs that everyone will come up and obviously appreciate that he's really good. So, Diego Dalot, for me, he deserves to be in there. But for Harry Maguire, I think Lenny Yoro deserves to play into this game. Lenny Yoro deserves to be playing into this game because I really understand why we need him. He's the fastest defender that we have, and you are playing one of the fastest forwards in the world. Why bring the slowest defender you have in your team to really command that central defense? Unless otherwise you're telling us that it's gonna be a low block affair at the Anfield, and maybe Lenny Yoro, you have his plan of bringing him on when he has, maybe when you want to obviously play high line and really attack Liverpool. But why don't you go in with your best of the best at this game? But we wait and see what the end will be in here. Bonnie Consult says Liverpool 0, United 2. Very, very brave decision and very, very huge, brave. That is really a very huge, brave prediction. Now, Anslot has said, it's clear if you play a team like Man United, which is a very good team like against Chelsea 2 weeks ago, those basics need to be there. We are currently in the margins that don't fall our side. I think against Palace and Chelsea, we had many chances than our opponents, but both games we lost. Maybe you need this last one, all 2% of fighting spirit, throwing yourself in front of a ball. If you have a chance, then kill it. That's what we might need at this moment. I cannot blame our players that they don't work hard. They work hard every single time, but there are 1 or 2 moments in a game that kill us, where we need to do better. I've seen Sheshko play the last 3, 4, 5, or 6 games, but they go to Liverpool, they change the lineup. That's not the first where we faced a team, and they don't do that. It could be Mason Mount playing as a number 10, so it seems 5-3-2 than a 5-2-3. Konate came back from the national team because he felt his back too much to play against Iceland. He had treatment and trained with the team on Friday. He was all cleared to play today. That's what the manager of Liverpool came up and really said ahead of this game of football. It's Man United playing away at Liverpool in there. So we are here to wait and see how things really pan out for the club of Manchester United, but it's really going to be a hard game. And Nachitenda is saying Amorim is really gambling too much, and this is where I really feel like he's really doing things not the way he's supposed to be doing them. You know, when you're playing against Liverpool, you know, these are games that will not get you sacked as a club of Manchester United because everyone knows that Liverpool is ahead of us. Now, what do? Go ahead and bring your A team to obviously continue playing together. And remember, you're from the international break, the tactics have been changing. What does that mean? Go ahead, bring on your A players, and they'll really bring you the best of the best, and you prepare for the next game that Man United will be playing, you know? Because after Liverpool, Manchester United will obviously be playing against Brighton. So, and it's going to be a week off. So, it's going to be a Saturday, 1930 hours, you know? So, let's get our team ready and get used to how we've been playing. Fury says, come on, Man United. All right, thank you for that. But I really understand your pain and where it comes in through. But the manager is going to hate to name his team. Let's wait and see what comes out of the team that he is going to make. If he really gets it right and everything really goes on well as planned, then we will say he got it right. But it's going to be a very huge game. Liverpool is going to do all what it takes to get 3 points, as they're going to hate to lose 2 consecutive games in the Premier League, something that had not happened to them in a long period of time. But Man United has to do the needful to stop them. Senny Lamens, as Harry Maguire is going to hate to say, he is a very good and young goalkeeper, and they have to limit the number of shots that are obviously going to be coming at him. Something that I believe they can't do, because even a team that has better defenders than Man United will obviously see Liverpool come at them like rain, being chased away from heaven. So for that, it's just a joke, and Liverpool is going to come at us, I tell you. Though we will also get chances, but it will depend on how we really kill off our chances. The more clinical we are, the more chances we'll get at the side of Man United obviously come up and really kill off this game. As we'll get chances and Liverpool will get chances. We are going to try to make it hard for them to obviously break through us. Liverpool will try to see to it that they put United to a beating today. As they know, Arsenal is already at 19 points and they're at 15. They need this win to obviously see themselves get back to where they're supposed to be, as very many people came up and obviously said it's the favorites to win the league. And as it stands, things are really otherwise. City has also gone ahead to close in. If you look at the Premier League table, you know exactly how everything is like. The side of City went ahead to win a game of football yesterday against Everton, and they're having 16 points, and they're ahead of Liverpool. If Liverpool doesn't win, they will be third. If they win, they'll go second, and there'll be some good point. They will be just 1 point behind Arsenal. You understand? So that's what I had for you in here. Let me end this poll and see how you guys have gone ahead to vote. And 8% have gone ahead to call in for draw. 23% have gone ahead to call in for Liverpool win. 69% have gone ahead to call in for a Man United win. You guys are brave, you know. For me, I see a draw if we are to get a positive result from this game. But Liverpool has chances of beating us. I'm out. Bye-bye.